We back. Episode 18. Kerbal Space Program Delivery Pizza Delivery Series in space. Pizza in space. We gotta have our pizza in space. So, let's just get right into it. I don't remember where we left off because, to be honest, I have been very busy. Incredibly busy, especially with work. Here we are. So, where did we leave off? I think we were doing some stuff with the quartz station. Oh yeah, Eagle 4 is coming back. We got another 11 days for that one. Quartz workshop, nobody on board because they've all gone home. Alpha station, we do have a couple of Kerbals there. I think we're gonna. Oh, that's right. Yes, I think we're sending more Kerbals up to the Alpha station. Let me just double check here. Flag of the Mun. Rosen's coming back. No. Add a laboratory to the Rose Quartz Station. Yes, I remember. We got to do that. Crew the Quartz Station. Okay. And then recover these Kerbals. They are on their way back, so that's good. Right? Is that where we're at? Do we have to bring back Bill? We do have to bring back Bill. We have to bring back Bill and Half-Law.
The Venusian is now live streaming Kerbal Space Program Pizza Delivery Episode 18.
Well, yes, I am. Yes, and then these guys are just kind of cooking their pizzas. So it's going to be a minute for them to come back. So, let's do... Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to do like a multi-staged spacecraft. Because Rose Quartz and Quartz Station are very similar to one another. As in, they're both orbiting the Mun. And then mid-course correction would probably fix that. So, how many Kerbals do we need to bring to the Quartz Station? That's the question. Okay, Rose Quartz. At least one crew. Okay, perfect. Well, then let's just send 2. So let's load up an Eagle. Eagle. And Eagle base capsule. Very nice. Perfect. And it already has a docking port on the bottom. So there we go. I don't remember if we put a probe in the nose. Put RCS fuel tank in the nose. Or did we put a probe? Drogue chute. I think it's... yeah, okay, so it's in the base. So we have to have a pilot. Must have a pilot on board. And Jebediah has volunteered to go to the Quartz Station by himself. Nah, along with... let's have an engineer. Let's have Hanban. Hanban, that's pretty cool. We're going to change the spacesuit to something a little bit more suited for the spacecraft itself. Very good. And Hanban is already doing that. So, now that we're here, let's go ahead and add a science module. And this is going to have its own guidance. So we'll just throw a little thingamajig there. We're just going to reduce the unmanned experiments, make it just a little bit cheaper. There we go. And I'm going to put one of these bad boys on there. Yes. And we're going to slide that up. Perfect. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. Right, so let's add a science module. Mobile processing lab. And throw another end on there. I don't really want to do a whole lot because Rose Quartz is going to be massive. So we don't really need a whole lot. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I want to add some fuel. I'm going to just do one of these. Yeah. There we go. And lab enabled. And toggle the flag, lab experiments. I want an experiment on the lab. Let's see. Materials bay, mystery goo, chilled. Landed splashdown in space low. I haven't had a whole lot of luck. Flying low, flying high biomes. Haven't had a whole lot of luck with these more complex science experiments like chilled. Because even though I'm within the parameters of what it wants me to do, it doesn't have like the go to start doing science. So that's a little weird. That's alright. Yeah, scrubber, pressure control, water recycler, that's cool. Alright. And there we are. Yeah. And then we're going to throw another one of these on here. There we go. Flip it around. And we're going to give it another docking port. Because why not? There we go. Alright. And I do want to move this up just a little bit. Maybe a little bit lower. Right about there. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's looking tasty. As far as RCS goes, I don't... Here, what's this? What's this? Alright, it's probably closer to that. Uh-huh. So... do one of these. Can I make this a three-way? Yes. This a three-way as well. Flip this around. Boom, boom. Looks good. And it just needs a science lab, right? Yep. Cool. Plenty of RCS. Now we're going to build the rocket around this. I do want to put a little antenna on it. A little relay antenna. Right there. Of course I want to make it a little neater. So let's just add a regular one of these. Boom. Truss. Ooh, that's pretty neat. I like that though. I'm digging that. And just make this a little bit shorter. Yes. Now that looks like a piece of a space station. I am a little concerned with the fairing though, so maybe not that one. Maybe... oh, and battery power. Can't forget that. That always kills me. What about one of these? What about one of theirs? I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll give it some battery power, maybe even a handful of solar panels. Just to kind of get us where we need to go. And definitely some of these. Alright. Yep. 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 Uh-huh. 1600, a little bit more. For safety's sake. Because you can always use more batteries. Especially once you start adding greenhouses. Those are definite juice sucker. Good old juice sucker. And that looks pretty good. That looks pretty sciencey. Plenty of battery power, plenty of RCS. The hell was that? whatever it was, it didn't do it again. So, all right. Rearrange my cables because of a weird bump. Right. Let's fix this staging here real quick since we're thinking about it. Perfect. Alright, now we're gonna strap on one of these rockets here. Corvette. Will a Corvette work? Not really. Corvette's kind of small. Supra. Supra good. Supra real good. I'll probably have to take off those strap-on boosters because I don't think I'll need them. Honestly. And I do want to make this a little easier. Boop. There we go. Nice and flush. Oh yeah, that looks pretty snazzy. That looks real snazzy. Okay, so nope. I'm gonna fix that. Bambino. Yep. Alright, cool. Looks like we got what we wanted. Yeah, I like it. Does this have... Yes, it does. We don't need those. Oh, I was going to put some solar panels on it. Because it won't have any charge once we detach the Eagle. How am I going to do that? I'm going to put solar panels on this. Where am I going to put solar panels on this? Probably down here. That sounds pretty good. Maybe not that many. Maybe like that many. They look kind of wimpy. Not gonna lie. They look kind of wimpy. What if I added one of these? Yes. What about... Yes. There we go. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Nope. 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 That's not what I want. Let's just go ahead and center this. Absolute. Okay, not too bad. Do want to tuck this down ever so slightly. Yeah. Perfect. And I want to bring him out. Just a smidgen. Yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna give this. Ooh, nope, not what I want. Yes, that's what I want. Great.
Congrats, you're today's bottom dweller in the KSP lobby, so to counter your 0 viewers I came in to give you a count of 1.
I love it. You love to see it. I am always the bottom dweller. That's okay, I'm having fun anyway. Haha. Outclassed! It's all about thinking about the big picture. Think about the big game. As long as you have fun, who's the real winner? And let's see what we got here. Yeah. Yep, that looks like a space station. Cool, cool. Retract. And let's button her up. Just put that there. Take some of these. Build that Farron. Build that Farron. right about there. No, right about there. Yes. Alright. Is there any way I could maybe just... Yes? Yes. Perfect. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Make sure this is clamshell. Yes. Injection force. Yes. Give it a cool little black stripe paint job for speed. And, yeah, I think we're good to go. Just double check that here. That looks good. Everything else looks snazzy. And I just want to make this a little pretty. There we go. Right. Standard, that's fine. And we have the Kerbals we want on board. Yes, we do. And this is the Eagle Science SCIence Eagle Science Eagle Science. There we go. It's Eagle Science. So, let's go to space. Okay. Now that we're here, our Kerbals are looking ecstatic. Let's go ahead and set the Mun as our target. Boom. Oh, look, we... oh, no, we passed it. Dang. Dang. Well, that's alright. We can just fast forward some time here. No biggie. Just a little speedy speed. Couple of arrows later. And right about there. Cool. Great. Awesome. That means it's just on the horizon there. And all that's left is a countdown. So 3, 2, 1, ignition. And blast off. Give it a slight tilt, just to give the boosters somewhere to go and not on top of the VAB, which would not be ideal. And keep that thrust to weight just below 2.0 to save fuel. Don't need to be going that fast. Especially in the thickest part of the atmosphere. Okay, and then we're going to throttle up just before we detach our boosters. At about 50 meters per second remaining, we'll do that. 90, 85. Now we're going to throttle back up and detach. And there we go. There she goes. Clean separation of those boosters. We're on our way to the moon. Nicely done. I'm going to keep rotating over, and there's the moon right there. Just going to keep rotating. Nice and gentle. Sweet. Yep, and now we just kind of chill here.
Hello.
What up?
Howdy Gaspsa.
What's going on, my man? How's your day going? Mine's going alright. It's been productive. Reasonably productive.
All good of you.
Pretty good. Pretty alright. Gonna eat some tacos later. Maybe go to a rooftop bar. I don't know. Just kind of jamming. Later tonight, though, it will be some Halo fun times with Ed Boy. Right now, I just want to get this episode done. Boom! Boom. Oh, look at that. 61 meters per second. You couldn't ask for a more efficient rocket. We're just going to go ahead and detach and burn away just a smidge. Looking sharp. I'm going to set focus to the mun. Ah, that's so clean. I like that a lot. I like that so much. Now I'm going to deploy the fairing. Boom, and there's our science module. Great. Great. We don't need the solar panels unfolded just yet. Okay. And since... There we go. The Eagle is going where it needs to go. We're just going to go ahead and detach it from the science module, because the science module is going to a different space station. I essentially put 2 spacecraft on 1 rocket to save money. And so far, everything's looking good. Nothing has exploded yet, so here we are. I'm just going to go ahead and undock. There we are. And turn that on. Boop, 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 boop. Sweet. And then, so that's going to go and do its thing. And then this is going to unfold. And reorientate. Great. Great. And I'm going to make a maneuver about here. We're going to change the inclination so that it's more aligned to the rose quartz station. So set that as target instead. About 49 degrees. Oosh. Pull that up.
Look up Turner S Army Surplus Leary TX on Google Maps and look at satellite.
And look at satellite.
There is an F-111 on the side of the highway.
Oh shit. No way. How did he get there? I do not have Google. Well, I guess I could. I will look it up here in a sec. I just want to make sure this rendezvous, or this maneuver is going to work. And it looks like it is. So bump that down. Bump it up. 15.6, 15.5, 16, no, it's not going to work. 15.4, that's doable. That's only 48 meters per second. So with that being said, I am going to reduce the thrust to about 49%, and we're going to speed up time. That's fine. It's Muscovite Outpost. Who cares? See, look, it comes back. I really don't know why it does that. Okay. Let's go ahead and adjust. There's so much RCS. But it's station RCS, so we need it in surplus. There we go, and now we just wait a couple seconds, and then we'll fire our engines for about 7 seconds, and that'll hopefully get us in the trajectory that we need to rendezvous with the Rose Quartz station. Yeah. Everything should be alright. Right? Alright, coming up here in about 10 seconds. I'm going to fire our engines. 3, 2, 1, ignition. Boom. 1 meter per second off, but I'm not going to cry about it. And 15.5, that's about where I wanted to be anyway, so that's perfect. And we're going to put another maneuver here to adjust that. Let's see. Nope. Nope, that's not. Nope. Dang it. Dang it. Stop. Stop it. Aha. Okay. Whatever. .7, I'll live with it. I'll live with it. So that one's going to happen in about 5 hours. So if that happens in about 5 hours, I'm just going to go ahead and remove that. And this is 5.5 hours. Okay, perfect. Let's bring that down. Probably a little bit more. There we go. And this is going to set the Quartz Workshop as a target. Only off by 2.5. And I'll just trim that when we come to it. So, with that being said, go ahead and switch targets here and just fast forward time. And then this will happen. And then 30 minutes later, the other burn will happen. And hopefully everything will work. There we are. Perfect. Reorientate. There we are. I'll give it a little nudge here just to get some solar panel exposure happening. And, oh good. Okay, so in about 30 seconds we'll do another burn, which will last about 22 seconds. And then we'll do a retrograde burn that will put us in the orbit of the Mun. And then we'll switch back over to the Eagle. And everything will be fine, right? So I want to rename this before we do our burn. Alright, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. Fuel is looking good. Ignitions are looking good. And stop. How we doing? 0.8. I'll take it. So let's just go ahead and warp here and then get that out of the way. And then we'll switch over to our crude module. That's prograde, don't want that. Come on, a little bit faster. There we go. And go. Looking good. Looking good. I'm going to drop it relatively low. This is 150, 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 53. Okay, I'll take it. So that one's good to go. Let's go ahead and switch over to the Eagle. Alright, we got a burn of 33 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and ignite our engines. There we go. And fast forward time. Okay. Time warp complete. That's awesome. I love seeing that. I love seeing that. So it's all set up. I am going to change the name of this so I don't get confused on what I'm controlling. Configure vessel naming. This is just Eagle. Okay, and then we got another burn here in about 30 seconds, and it's going to be a 33-second burn. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. Boom. Okay. Not the best. We can trim this up. So. Nope. A little bit lower. There we go. That's okay. So, fast forward time. Okay, now we wait. And this is going to be a 2-second burn. I don't want a 2-second burn, so I'm just going to reduce. Let's do 50% and 50%. Great. Be a 5-second burn. A little bit more precise. And burn. There we are. 1.3, I can live with that. And we're at 0.3 anyway, so that's fine. So, what do we do first? Do we do the crewed Eagle or do we do the science ship? Let's see what we got going on. That's looking pretty tasty. $3.9. Ooh, yeah. Oop. 3.9, not too bad. Ooh. 1.4. Yeah, I'll take it. I like that. That's only going to be in about 2 hours, so that's pretty good. Where are we with this bad boy? Configure vessel naming. Rose, quartz, science, node. There we go. Accept. Well, we got that. What happens when we do this? Perfect. And that's in... Oh, it's 2 hours and 11 minutes as well? Both these maneuvers are going to happen at the same time. This is what I was trying to avoid. 2 hours and 7 minutes. It's not the same, but it is going to happen first. So I'm going to F5 here. And fast forward. All right. Reorientate. There we are. It's going to be an 11-second burn here in about 45 seconds. And now we wait. "30 seconds now. "20 seconds. Five, four,
The waiting
three,
game.
2, 1. Ignition. It is always a waiting game. That's most of this game. There we go. And it looks like our separation on approach is about 4 kilometers, and that is perfectly fine.
As I've been learning. Hi. Howdy the man animal.
What up, man animal? I myself am an animal. And a man. I can relate. So... And we'll be there in about 28 minutes. Nice. So let's just go ahead and switch over to the rose quartz. And we got to burn here in about 2 minutes. Okay. What's that? I don't know what that is. Just space junk. There's a lot of space junk. floating around. Burn here in about 30 seconds. And how are we? 10 ignitions left. That's
Your
okay.
relatability is relatable, let me tell you.
Oh man. So relatable. Retweet, like, and share that shit. Burn here in about 10 seconds. Ignition. And stop. Oh. Oh yeah, 6.9. Nice. And we'll be there in 21 minutes. So both of these are going to happen at the same time. Great. Awesome. Stupendous. So that's happening in, what did I say, 21 minutes and 30 seconds or so. Let's go ahead and switch over back to the Eagle. And the Eagle says 24 minutes. Oh. Alright, so we got about 3 minutes before we reach that separation. So, it's pretty good. I guess we'll switch over to the Rose Quartz Science node. It is going to cut it a little close because there's the rendezvous and docking procedure that we must do in order to do it. But hopefully we won't be too far off and we'll be able to adjust our stuff. So let's just go ahead and warp here. Alright. And I'm going to burn in this direction. See if that gives us anything new. It does.
Hello.
What up?
Howdy, Band Offender.
What up, Band Offender? What an unfortunate name. Alright, so that's pretty good. That's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty tight. How far away from the actual station, though? 12 kilometers off. Not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and flip us around. Retrograde. Whoa, separation on approach is 73 meters. We are going to come in hot. Hot and ready like a Little Caesars. Hey, there's the pizza reference. Alright. There we go. Oh,
It's
Eagle.
a good name, but Band is my nickname.
Ah. 2.5 minutes. Alright, switching back to the Eagle. The Eagle's right on top of the quartz station. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I must know. Where is it? There it is. It's like the same distance, but our time to approach is smaller, so that's good. But the separation on approach is 4.5 kilometers or so. 4.1 kilometers, really. Let's speed it up just a little bit. .7, not too bad. What if I do this?
Oh, did you make a Saturn V?
Kind of. Kind of. I actually put 2 spacecraft on 1 rocket to save money. 2 kilometers, that's easy. And so I'm having to do rendezvous with 2 spacecraft at the same time. So that's why I'm switching back and forth between the two. I have enough skill to do it, but now this mission has gotten a lot more stressful. Alright, 81 meters. We'll be there in about a minute.
Do you have both DLC?
Yes, yes I do. I have all the DLC and a couple of mods installed. If you type in !mods, it'll give you a list of all the mods and stuff that I have installed. Or exclamation point mod. I think it's just mod, not mods. Try either way.
A quick switch is the OR buttons based on proximity.
Yeah, I know,
Restock plus space tux library persistent rotation MK1 cabin hatch master torch Kerbalism Kerbal engineer editor time crowdsourced science crowdsourced flags contract packs contract configurator community tech tree community resource pack toolbar controller.
Yeah. I know that, but because both of these spacecraft are on different orbits altogether, it's not possible. Alright, burn, 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 baby, burn. Alright, 5.9 meters per second. It's not too shabby. Burn just a little bit more here. 1.9, that's good. And now I'm going to go ahead and detach the engine stage because we do not need that anymore. So, undock. Perfect. And get away. Great. We're going to control from here. Awesome. Okay, how are we looking over here? Alright, so I'm facing the station. 6.5 kilometers. It's going to be a minute. Yeah, it's just going to be a minute. So let's go ahead and switch over to the other one there. That's a lot closer. Oh yeah, much closer. So let's face the target.
May I show you my Saturn V that I recently posted on Steam? It uses both DLC, but technically the robotic parts are just for looks.
Yeah, give me a sec and I'll give you permission to post links, as I have that turned off. I'm kind of busy right now. I'm trying to dock 2 spacecraft simultaneously, and it's going to take a lot of effort. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to the space station, and we're going to use this docking port. So once we get close enough, I'm going to go ahead and link it, and then we should be able to come in for an approach. And then, once we dock to the station with this spacecraft, we're going to switch over to the Eagle spacecraft, which is on the opposite side of the moon, and then we'll dock that one. Yeah, efficiency. 2 birds, 1 rocket. Wait, right? Sure.
I just love the way the RCS plumes look with your mod configuration.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about changing up the visuals mod with the real plume. I think that's what it's called, texture pack. And it makes the bursts of rocket engines look more realistic and cool. Alright, I believe it's under 150, and then the Clampetron docking port will pop up. Because again, I am trying to rush this because I don't want to miss my encounter with the other station. There it is. Alright, so it's under 200. I keep forgetting that. But here we are, we're coming in. Go ahead and set it to locked and rotate the spacecraft over. And slow down a bit here. Great. And move up. Ah, we're coming from underneath. That's alright.
Instead of flying all around, just stop moving and wiggle both crafts until both ports face one another.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I know that one. But I don't want to do that. I'm doing it my way. This is more fun and more realistic. The station doesn't move for another spacecraft. The spacecraft moves for the station. It's only courtesy. Alright, and here we are. Let's move the camera around here.
That's the opposite of the truth.
What do you mean? Okay, yes, you're partly right, because the space station, the real International Space Station, did orientate itself during the space shuttle era to account for the space shuttle's RCS and make it a lot safer for the astronauts to dock. But they don't do that for the Soyuz, and they don't do that for any...
In real life, the whole space station flips, so the docking ship doesn't have to move at an axis.
Yes, I understand that, but the space station doesn't flip every time a Soyuz or Progress module docks to the station. Neither does it do the same thing for any of the SpaceX spacecraft that berth and rendezvous and dock with the International Space Station. They only did that for the space shuttle, and no other spacecraft, because the space shuttle was so goddamn big.
The station flips for the Soyuz as well.
No, the station does not flip for the Soyuz. Ah, shit. Well, I think we missed it. Dang it! Took us too long. We missed it. We'll have to come around next time.
It only flips to orientate a docking port to the docking ship.
Yes, indeed. But it doesn't do that all the time. That's what I'm saying. It does have the capability, and yes, it would be preferred, but for the most part, the station pretty much maintains its orientation. Now, the Mir space station did that all the time, but Mir is only a fraction of the size of the International Space Station. There we go. Alright, well, it looks like we'll be there in about 3.5 hours. That's fine. And whatever. And it's simply because the station and its power only has so much fuel, and putting stress on a 30-year-old spacecraft that's combobbled together and wired together is a lot of work. And to reduce the amount of stress on the vehicle, they try to not orientate it as much as they need to. Alright, and here comes another burn. Uh-oh. What have I done? It's fine. We'll be able to slow down in time and reassess our orbit. Okay, inside of physics range. And 3, 2, 1, go. Great, 82 meters separation on approach. Perfect. Alright, where are we docking? Where are we docking? We're docking here. Alright, so 3.5 hour delay, but you know, that's fine. Nothing exploded, so that's okay. I need to fix that. there we are. No hands. Ka-chunk, and there we are. Great! 2 contracts fulfilled with 1 rocket. I can't even be mad. Look at all that money we just made. Beautiful. Delicious money. Nice. Alright. Now that that's taken care of... Oops. Yeah, let's go to the tracking station. We got 8 days for Eagle 4 to return home. It's not too bad.
Howdy, my frame rate is significantly lower since my space station is complete.
Nice. Yep.
Howdy, Raid Larandi.
Yeah, what's up, Radler? Yeah, that's typically how it works. Oh my god.
Too many parts, but there aren't so many parts. Hold on, I'm reading things. The pronunciation of the question is not the yellow from the egg as we in Germany say.
Not the yellow from the egg? What?
Not good.
Not good. Oh, I'm still reading.
It's a German joke about Germans using wrong translations of idioms.
Ah, yes, piece of pie. Very good. It is easy as pie. Yeah, no, from what I've been reading, and I have a PDF of rendezvous and docking procedure for the ISS, the ISS is in no way, shape, or form obliged to orientate itself in its docking port relative to a visiting spacecraft. So, no. They did do that during the space shuttle, though. As I said before, because the space shuttle was so large, they didn't. It was really delicate operation, so they never put the two to two together. Yeah. Sorry, I was just making sure I was right. So, since we're here, Eagle 4 is going to go ahead and just come on home. Coming on
Rotating
home.
space stations feels wrong.
I mean, it does. The International Space Station in real life does rotate around the planet just to maintain attitude and make sure that the solar panels are orientated correctly. Also, the drag, atmospheric drag, molecular atmospheric drag, doesn't bring the space station back to Earth. We don't want that. So it has to maintain a constant level throughout its orbital path.
I keep my station prograde and navigate with the visiting vessel.
Yeah. And in Kerbal Space Program, you can reorientate the space station and align each docking port, so that way you're just lining it up and going straight to that docking port. But the guy earlier was saying that in real life the station would move, and I'm just like, yes and no. It doesn't do that all the time unless it absolutely has to, because that's using a lot of energy, and you're putting a lot of stress and strain on a 30-year-old conglomerate.
Easy mode.
Yeah, easy mode, essentially. You're putting a lot of strain and stress on a bunch of parts that aren't designed to move, because it's an all pressurized capsule, and some parts are maybe cold welded together, and that could cause a lot of issues with the spacecraft. But for the most part, unless it's a space shuttle or something really large, the space station itself doesn't really reorientate itself for visiting vehicles, such as the Soyuz Progress or the Dragon capsules. That being said, it did used to orientate itself so that way the docking port would face downward or upward, depending on where the space shuttle was coming from. Or what part of the space station that needed to be worked on, because the space shuttle built the space station, essentially. Or at least the international side of the space station. But otherwise, the space station doesn't really move a whole lot. It does have like a constant rate, to where one side always faces the Earth and the other side always faces the blackness of space. But yeah, no, it doesn't move. Not in that context. So... let's go ahead and fast forward. Food reserves are getting low. Let's not... oh, Wait.
The international
Oh.
side.
Yeah, the international side. I mean, the Russian side, and then there's everybody else. Right? Why is it saying we're low on food? We're not getting low on... How? Oh no, we're getting low on food. We have 46 days left. Ah! Oh no! What are we gonna do? Alright, and here we are. So now that we're here...
Does this overview come with Kerbalism?
Yes. Yes, this is a part of the overview mod. So it tells you exactly what your Kerbal's health is, how much radiation they've taken, what the solar panel stuff... It's just more technical data so you can make sure your Kerbals don't die. But you have to add food, water, oxygen, nitrogen if you want to go outside, and maintain cabin pressure, and of course electric charge. But these things can be pretty much maintained. It also depends on... Ooh, that's a lot of radiation. It also depends on what you have on board, because it's not going to give you everything if you don't have it all. So it looks like it's going to be a nighttime landing. Alright, that's okay. Okay, now we're going to reorientate, facing retrograde. I'm going to spin it around here. Looking good. And now we're just kind of waiting. Maybe we can fast forward a little bit here. Boom, we're inside the atmosphere. Alright, so let's go ahead and detach the service module in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. There we go. There we go. Alright, now we're just free falling back to Kerbin. There's that. Goodbye. You've served us well, service module. So what? Jeffrey's the pilot. How you doing, Jeffrey? Oh, another explosion. That's all right. Alright, sounds like we're starting to slow down. Like for real. I'm going to go ahead and disengage the SAS. RCS, yeah. SAS disengaged. And now we're just going to float on down. And once we get low enough, I'm going to go ahead and start our drogue parachutes. Wow, we used up pretty much all of our ablator. Not too bad. Yeah, land in the desert, that's cool. Still moving at Mach 5 though. Just speed things up here. Alright. And wait until we drop below Mach 1. That's when I'm going to deploy our drogue chutes. Very good, very good. And drogue deploy. We can see the drogue. We can see the drogue, and it's fully deployed, so that means we're going to deploy our main chutes. There they are. You love to see it. We're about 1,000 meters up. Main parachutes are fully deployed. Fully inflated, I guess. And we're cruising down at about 5.5 meters per second. About 700 meters above the terrain. And what kind of slope are we looking at here? Oh, perfectly flat. I love it. Mostly flat. Here's a cactus. And we're down. We touched down. 15 days in space. Many, many days in space for Jeffrey Kerbal. We're just going to go ahead and recover, and that will conclude that contract. Interesting. Alright, and contract is fulfilled. I love it. Look at all that juicy money. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. I need to get back to it. Need to clean up a bit. And then maybe eat some food. So, thanks for watching. Especially you, Radler. Thanks for sticking around. And I'll see you later.